Okay, this one we're trying to find who got the most wickets for whichever country, it doesn't matter. So what table or tables do we want? So the players table and the bowling table. Again, automatically as soon as you say I've got two tables, you should be thinking I've got to join them. So what in the players table? So player is the field or the bit of data that they have in common. So all we've done is merge those two now. We then want to group it. So how are we grouping this stuff? Okay, strictly speaking, because we didn't have the same player's name in either team, so if there were a Smith in Australia and a Smith in the other team, we would need to look at that. But because we want to look at the countries as well, we want to split those two things. So we get all the player data together, we get all the country data together. Okay, once we've finished our grouping bit, hopefully by now you get the sense that that stuff goes up there. So we're going to have player like Bradman, Australia, how many wickets? Okay, and we're going to sum wickets. Okay, anyone get this error? Okay. Anyone have a guess why that is the case? So it's got a problem with that.
Because there's a player in both.
Okay, player is in the batting table and the players table. We all happy with that?
Yeah.
We just have to specify one of them. It makes no difference. So if I go players.player, or if I put bowling.player, it doesn't care which table it grabs it from. Oh yeah, down here in the player, I've got to put players.player as well. So do we all get why it's having trouble with player?
Yes.
Because the player field, or variable of sorts, exists in both tables, and it doesn't know which one to grab. So we just have to tell it one or the other. Okay, now it will show us that stuff. We're not really interested in that. We want to find the top 5. So before we do the top 5, we need to sort them. So how do I sort stuff in SQL? Order by. Which thing? Do I want to sort it by the player, the country, or the wickets?
Wickets.
Wickets, so which one is it? The first one, second one, third one?
Third one.
Third one? Do you want the biggest ones at the top or the biggest ones at the bottom?
Top.
Okay, so you put DESC. So you see the process I go through? Every query is exactly the same format. You just do bit by bit. Okay, now we've got them at the top, and we only want to see the top 5. So realistically, we want to stop there. Okay, and all you need to do, and not every bit of SQL, so there's versions of SQL, but if you put top 5 in there, it will limit it to the top 5. You can do obviously more than top 5, you can do top 3. So if you're doing the Olympic Games, you might want to see the medalists, you could put the top 3 for something like that. If you want the top 10 to pick in a sporting team for DD or whatever, you could do top 10. But that will do the job for us. So we can see that of the top 5 bowlers, 4 of them came from Australia. So that we've gone from having data that's heaps to having some valuable information. So we can see that Australia's bowlers were far more successful than the Poms at doing that.